So in Sunday school and in church for a little while now, we've been talking about heaven and what the new church has to teach about heaven. And one of the most basic rules about the way heaven works is that in heaven you're with what you love. And so your home in heaven, where you live and what the house is like, all depend on what you love. And the job that you do, it depends on what you love. What about the people who are around you in heaven? Do you think you'll love them? Yeah, you'll most definitely love the people who are around you in heaven. And we're told that every single angel, or every person who becomes an angel, gets to share their home with one other angel that they love more than any other angel. And who do you think that might be? Who do you think it is? Your husband or your wife. That's right. Every angel gets to share their home with a husband or a wife. Practically every single angel is married because true married love is a wonderful love that can make us happy, and the Lord wants us to be happy. And so one of the things that happens when we die and when we wake up in the next life is that we get to meet the person that we're meant to be married to. But do you think some people already know who they're supposed to be married to? Do some people already know? I think some people already know who they're supposed to be married to. What do you think? Yeah, some people already know. What do you think, Abby? Yeah, some people are already married in this world, right? Like moms and dads. And if two people are married in this world and they want to keep on being married in the next world, do you think they're allowed to? You think the Lord lets that happen? Of course He does. Of course the Lord lets that happen. And what happens a lot of the time is that a married couple will grow old together, and then one of them will die before the other, because people don't normally die at the exact same time. And then they'll be waiting for each other. One of them will be waiting in heaven, and one of them will be waiting in this world. And think how happy they must be when they get to see each other again. What about people who don't get married in this world? What do you think happens to them when they wake up in the other world? Who do you think they meet when they wake up in the other world? Who do you think? A friend that what? Maybe a friend, yeah, who died before them. But what I'm thinking about is that maybe they meet specifically the friend or the person who they're meant to be married to. Because the Lord wants all of us to find the right person for us. And in the book of the teachings for the new church that's called Married Love, it says, for people who desire true married love, the Lord provides similar partners. And if they're not found on earth, He provides them in heaven. And this results from the fact that all marriages of true married love are provided by the Lord. True married love is a gift from the Lord, and He works hard to give it to all of us because He wants all of us to be happy. What I'm going to finish with now is a story about someone named Swedenborg. Swedenborg was the Lord's servant, and he wrote many of the books that we read in church, including this one. And he got a chance to have his eyes opened, his spiritual eyes opened, and see into heaven, and he was able to talk to an angel husband and wife. And what happened is he was led to the place where they lived in heaven. He was led through a thick forest that guarded the way to their heaven. And he had to have a guide because he'd never have found his way through that forest without help. And then when he made it through, he found a mountaintop and a field. And the field was full of sheep grazing. And further off, there were tents. And in every one of those tents, there lived a husband and a wife. And I have a picture that someone drew of this. Sorry, it's not bigger. If you're too far away to see, you are welcome to come forward and take a look at this picture. Can see a picture of some beautiful tents, and there is a couple in each one of those tents. Once again, if you want to come up and look, you're very welcome to. And Swedenborg went and visited one of those couples, and he talked to them and looked at the two of them. They were angels, so they were incredibly beautiful. But this is what else he saw. It says, I looked by turns at the husband and the wife, and I observed a seeming unity of their souls in their faces. So I said, you two are one. The man replied, we are. Her life is in me, and my life is in her. We have two bodies, but one soul. The union between us is like the union of the two tabernacles in the breast, which are called the heart and lungs. She is my heart, and I am her lungs. That angel husband said that he and his wife are one. They're so close to each other and love each other so deeply that it's almost as though they have two bodies, but one soul. And that's a picture of the kind of true married love that the Lord wants us to find. And He will help us find that love. If we don't find it here in this world, we find it in heaven. It's not always easy. It doesn't just happen like that. You have to work at it. But the Lord is on our side. He wants us to find this love because this love has heaven within it. Amen.